Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is November 24th, 2023. Here is another weekly edition for our analysis. Last day, like yesterday, it was like a Thanksgiving, US Thanksgiving, and today market was half day. So volume was pretty light at 25 million. Actually 29 million for SPY, which is S&P 500 ETF, and it was kind of like expected, half day between holidays, so no one's gonna do anything special. However, market was open, pretty light volume there as well. So next week, people are coming back, and it's gonna be next 2, 3 weeks, I should say, um, through mid-December. That's gonna be important weeks just before a Christmas rally. Usually we will have Santa Claus rally, which is going to be last week of December all the way through first days of January, or let's say first week of the January. But before that, market is in a volatile sessions. I should say it's going to be a still light volume, but next week, specifically next week, volume is going to pick up. So just be careful about that because market is getting into very, very important level. We are overbought short term, and the market is due for corrective move to the downside. Here is the S&P 500 weekly chart. So weekly chart, as you see here, momentum wise, we are getting close to overbought condition. Fast line is in overbought, slow line is still is not there, but it's pretty close. We are getting to these pivotal points. So any pullback, I should say, to this area, which is going to be a 4,400. That's going to be a good buying opportunity. I should say it's going to be a healthy corrective move before a year-end rally. So this reaction, it was too far, too fast. Lots of people actually got caught with this rally. So this rally is due for corrective move to the downside. So just be careful of that one. Uh, I wanted to take a short position. I would like to take a short position. Probably that's going to be the time for a good short position next 2, 3 days. If setup is there, I will send it out to my Telegram channel as well. So here is the daily chart, S&P 500. You see that momentum is down here, and MACD is falling, and also RSI is just getting into overbought condition. IMI is getting to the overbought condition. If you just look at the price action here, so let me just zoom in here. The price is pretty nice. Ending diagonal is just after this wide range bar spike to the upside. We are just doing the ending diagonal. If you go to 1 hour time frame, which is going to be important. So you see that here is the ending diagonal, the one that I'm talking about. And let me just change this one to the daily, but this one going to the 1 hour chart. I'm gonna show you interesting setup there. So this is the ending diagonal, and I believe that we are due for a corrective move if we get below this pivot. If we break down, getting below this pivot, any pullback, it could be a sell, and then market can go all the way down to here to 43, I should say 4,400 to 4,420. That's going to be the level that I'm looking for, bottom for the corrective move. So it's going to be a free fall. Just to be careful of that one as well, because as I said, market is due for a corrective move to the downside. Momentum wise, is falling for Nasdaq as well. So if you go to the weekly chart here, so weekly, we got a good breakout here after this bull flag, but week after week, you will see that candles are getting smaller and smaller, and here's the rejection from the top. And momentum wise for the Nasdaq is kind of like a leading. As you see here, fast line is in overbought condition, slow line is just a touch above overbought condition. So if we see a crossover next week, which I believe we are going to see a next week, then we should see a good sell signal for Nasdaq as well. So here's the daily chart, and as you see here, market is just showing a corrective move. Daily is kind of like showing the sell setup. Basically, if you go to, let me go to even small time frames. So here's the hourly chart, and you see here, we just a pinch below this trend line. So that is very, very important. We challenge this trend line. If we get below this, I should say any pullback is going to be a selling opportunity all the way down to here, which is going to be very, very important level. 15,200 to 15,300 is going to be a good sell signal for Nasdaq. All right, so just be careful of this one as well. Moving on to US 30, which is Dow Jones. Dow had a good day. Let me go to weekly. Here's the weekly chart. A pretty nice surge to the upside, right? So we just got above this trend line. No pullback, no pullback at all. So we got a better price action with that compared to the other ones. However, um, this is due for corrective move as well. So this is due for correction. Daily chart, momentum wise, it is flat. RSI is getting to the overbought condition, but MACD is falling. Ending diagonal. So this ending diagonal, when it breaks to the downside, that could be kind of like a very, very sharp move to the downside. Even early chart is showing us an ending diagonal, but compared to the other one, look at that. Dow is holding up pretty well. So this can just still hiking up with a 30% degree to the upside. And if it gets below this, so just keep an eye on this. Just because this is ending, it doesn't mean that you're gonna short it. But if it gets below this trend line, if it gets below this right there, so it's gonna just heading to the downside aggressively, right? So that is very, very important to see how market is reacting based on different levels. Moving on to gold. Gold had a pretty good setup for a long position. Uh, we got into this double top formation. A possible scenario is going to be a pullback. Momentum is pretty down, as you see here from this top to this top, this to this here. So momentum is very, very down. However, we can see kind of like a corrective move as a buying opportunity, I should say. The reason that I'm talking about a buying opportunity because of the gold miners we will get in a bit, but gold, I'm still looking for a bullish month. Next 2-3 months is going to be a very, very bullish for gold, and it could get into new all-time high. If you go to weekly chart for gold, look at the setup here. The setup is a nice pull flag consolidation. We are about to break out. So any pullback could be a great buying opportunity, I should say, somewhere around 1970, 1975. That could be the area that I'm looking for as like a good buying setup for gold. All right. Moving on to crude. Crude was down today. It didn't go up. So I thought that crude is going to have another. Still, there is going to be a chance. Still, there is going to be a chance we will get a rally all the way up to 82 and then coming down after that. So I'm not expecting crude is getting to this top or this top. Even with the geopolitical tensions, Hamas and Israel, look at the movement here. So the movement is there, even if it is like, I don't know, any like a bad news or any like if the geopolitical tensions over there just escalate a bit after ceasefire, uh, still it can go all the way up to 82 and then coming back down. So the pattern is bearish for crude. And I just want to emphasize that if we just zoom out a bit, you see that the overall pattern for crude is pretty weak. So after this bottoming formation, crude is just getting back up. And I thought that if it holds this area, then it can go to the higher high. Then that should be a setup. But we see that here's the high, here's the low, here's the high. So this is kind of like an ABC corrective move. And then crude is getting back to the bear side. So if it goes below 60 to 61, then we should see crude is coming all the way down to this area, which I'm going to just show you here. This is a pretty nice consolidation here, somewhere around 51. And even I'm going to tell you lower as well. So this is going to be the area. And another area that I wanted to say here is the gap. And this is the area that I'm looking at, somewhere around $40. So just be careful. If crude gets below 61, 51, then $40 is going to be down the road. So we will see how it goes with crude. Definitely, we should see some geopolitical tensions. And if those ones just goes off, then we can see crude is coming back down to the bearish momentum. Moving on to US bond yield. So here is the individual stocks. As usual, we're starting with bond yield consolidation. We had an uptick today, but again, that was a pretty light volume. So if we can see like getting to 5% and then reject that to the downside, that would be a kind of like a nice sell signal. If we take out this 4.80, then we should see any rally as like a sell to here 452 and then all the way down to 425. So that is my kind of like a scenario for next at least 2-3 months, and we will see after that. Bond treasuries are kind of like overbought right now, so still there is going to be a chance to get to 92 to $93, but that's going to be just a chance, a limited upside, limited move. Um, the higher probability is going to be something like this. So we are just getting back to this $85-ish as a good gap fill for the next move to the upside. So we will see how it goes with treasuries as well. Moving on to VIX. VIX had a downtick today. So it's kind of like a getting ready. So you see, VIX is getting below this today. So this is a capitulated move. This is an exhaustive move, and I should say VIX is getting ready for another spike to the upside. And if next week market is getting into the corrective move, which highly probable scenario, then we should see VIX is going to spike up to 15 to 16, even $17. So we will see how it goes. DXY is coming down. DXY is getting back again to this traded zone here. If DXY cannot hold this area, I should say DXY can go sub $100 easily. Magma indicator is going to be the next one. We had a negative day, so still hold up pretty well, but I should say this one is due for a corrective move, and this one can go all the way down to here for next correction. So just to be careful on this one as well. Apple, $34 down. Apple is rolling over. Already rolled over, and it can go all the way down to 178, even 175. Amazon, 3 cents up. This one, again, if technology goes down, this one is going down as well. 130 to 133, that's going to be a possible scenario. Meta, $3.26 down. Microsoft, 42 cents down. Not a bad price action, but this one can go have like a sharp move to the downside at 340. Google, $1.80 down. Netflix, $1.56 up, still hiking up pretty well. Look at the pattern. So it is parabolic. It is overstretched. It is overbought. If it reverses to the downside, it could be very, very spiky. It takes usually there is a sign that it takes stairs to the upside, elevator to the downside, but it seems like this is this case is reversed. Like it takes elevator to go higher, and if it goes down, it could be sharp as well. So just be careful on that one. Tesla, $1.24 up, consolidation. There is going to be a possible scenario that we see another jacked up here to 250 to 250 to 255, but that could be end, I should say. And then we will see a reaction to this. It can go all the way down to here, $200. If it tests this area, I'm going to say this one can go all the way down to here, which is going to be a great buying opportunity for Tesla. Moving on to SMH, semiconductors, rolled over already. So these things are telling me that market is very, very close to a corrective move. SOX, 37 cents up today, but this one can go down as well. Taiwan Semiconductor roll over already. Look at the pattern here. AMD, 20 cents up, but still hold up pretty well. This is kind of like a getting in close to ending diagonal. If it rolls over to the downside, it can easily go down 110. NVIDIA, $9.40 down today, already rolled over. NVIDIA cannot hold new all-time high. Whenever NVIDIA gets to the new all-time high, it goes down. So it's kind of like the pattern for the last 2-3 times that NVIDIA hit new all-time high. Texas Instrument, 34 cents down today. So this is kind of like looks like bullish consolidation, or I should say this is going to fail to the downside probable to this gap fill, 170, 147, then it can be another buying opportunity. Lam Research, 4 cents up today. So Lam Research, pretty nice spike. It goes above this pivotal point. It can get a pullback. The possible scenario is going to be a pullback. Let me just show here. Top top of this. So it's going to be here, this gap, and this one as well. So this is the gap. 650 is going to be a good scenario for Lam Research. Moving on to financials, look at the movement. So that's why Dow Jones performed very well, because financials did well. KBE 10 cents up, KRE 6 cents up, JP Morgan 21 cents up, Goldman Sachs 51 cents up, Bank of America 10 cents up, Wells Fargo pretty nice volume there as well, so 14 cents up. So this one looks like it's going to break out to the upside. This is a good bullish consolidation. I don't know if it's going to take out this pivotal point, but if it takes out this pivotal point, it can go all the way up to $44 to $45. Moving on to gold miners. This is my favorite sector, folks. So gold miners probably is going to be the most outperformer sector, or potential for being outperformer in next few months. So look at $20 to $30. If it gets above this, any pullback could be a great buying opportunity, getting all the way up to $32. So we will see how it goes, but this is a good bull flag, reverse head and shoulder. GDX is bullish, bullish, bullish. I should say triple bullish for this one. GDXJ 48 cents up today, so not a bad price action at all. AEM 24 cents up, Newmont 10 cents down, Franco Nevada dollar 4 cents down. This one is not good. This one needs to break above $122, 124. Then we should see kind of like a bullish price action all the way up to 130. Gold Barrick 1 cent down. This hold up pretty well. I should say Gold Barrick is forming very, very better as well. Moving on to energy, which is last sector for today. XLE 35 cents up today. Energy is kind of like a diverging from crude. Crude was down, energy was up, but look at the rejection here. Rejection here, rejection here. So whenever crude XLE is getting to 85.51 cents, then rejection is coming. So I should say $85 is going to be a resilient area for XLE. It can't hold above it, but if it goes above this one can go to 87. As I said, upside target is pretty limited here, so 87, 88, but ultimately I'm looking for a downside move. Potential scenario is going to be a 76, 77, which is going to be a good potential scenario for move to the downside. XOP, 63 cents down, up today. Again, the same pattern there. OIH, $2.72 up. Lower, lower, lower highs, lower, lower, lower highs. So this one can go all the way down to 280. So that's going to be a potential scenario. Exxon, 50 cents up. Chevron 50 cents up as well. Ending diagonal for Chevron. If Chevron takes this ending diagonal to the upside, it can go to 154, 156, and that's gonna be the target, I believe, for the Chevron, at least for the short term. I'm not looking for Chevron just getting into this top here anytime soon. Potential scenario for Chevron is going to be these areas as well. So I just did kind of like a big time frame calculation and noticed that Chevron is in trouble, at least from my calculation. So 115, 116, even 120, that's going to be a potential scenario for Chevron next 2-3 months in a row. All right. I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.